All right, today's a very exciting day. We're going to do another dyno tune. My tune got messed up. Now we're going to turbo mic because my original tuner, Josh, at Performance Dynos, booked. We're all gonna head down to Mass and see what it puts down. Hopefully it won't put a rod out the block. I had to rent a U-Haul trailer because Ian's plate fell off last time we went and now it's unregistered technically. But what are you doing in there?
What are you doing out there?
I'm filming the intro, dog. I decided to be nice and put in a factory seat I got from our buddy Phil. It's actually a really good bucket seat. It's all carved out. So that way our buddy Mike can actually fit in my tiny seats because he's a lot bigger than me. Gonna head down there now. We got Bagel Cafe, we got coffee, and we got... What else we got? Hey, what do we got?
We've got the power of God and anime on our side.
We got the power of God and anime on our side, so we're gonna head out. Power of God and anime. Am I good?
Yeah, you're good. Close enough.
So, the E30, went to the dyno, planned to film the entire thing at the dyno. We didn't end up doing that because it was just a terrible nightmare. I spent most of the time in the dyno just trying to fix it, and it didn't work. He'd go to do a pull, and then right at 5,000 RPM, the car would basically free rev like it was in neutral and make no power. So we checked everything, and I mean everything, from injectors to map sensor, boost leaks, wastegate lines, vacuum leaks, spark, fuel, injectors, just everything. So we call it a day, bring it back here, call in the big guns, Robbie, obviously. So Robbie brings over his pressure tester, fills the cylinder with air, rolls it to top dead center, and then we check down on the balancer and it was a few degrees off. And I was like, that's impossible. I've checked it 100 times. I've checked it on the cam with the cam cover off, and I checked it on the balancer and it was perfect. So he's like, well, it's not. So I go under there and I look and there's no key in the balancer on the crank. What we think happened was the key broke off or someone forgot to put it in a long time ago. And during one of the pulls, the balancer could have moved a few teeth, seized in place, and that's why my car always seemed like it was a little off every time I went to the dyno, but this time it's just really bad. So, sorry about that rant, but we're gonna start pulling that off, and I got a brand new Woodruff key and brand new timing belt, and I'm gonna put that on. Hi, Sam. All right, so turns out that we finally got the crank gear pulley thing off, and my keyway was totally shattered and broke off inside the gear. That's a poorly put together sentence.
Take two.
Take two. All right, so we got the pulley off. This isn't a pulley. All right, so we went and we rented a balancer puller. We got a balancing puller. Fucking talk today.
You want me to hold the camera for you?
No, I need to learn. So we ended up renting a balancer puller, and we got the crank gear off, and it turns out that the crank gear key was shattered, broke off inside the gear. So this spun a little bit, and I think that's why my engine was off time, but now we're gonna fix it, and hopefully it'll work.
Hopefully.
Dude, it's so hot. I'm sick of this car. This is for another project. This in this bag. Hey, you want to hold that? Yeah. I feel very privileged. This is a key that goes in. This is the key that was in there. Yep. So that's bad. So we're gonna put the new one in, and we're gonna start the car, probably after I put the rest of it together, but we're gonna do it. Oh, okay, there it is. Autofocus is fucking me. All right, so we got the key in, and it's right there. Well, we got the gear sort of in there. We just gotta hammer it the rest of the way. Just smashing my intercooler. Okay. Put him inside.
Sam.
What?
You motherfucker.
We still have to put this in the right timing. I just want the belt out of the way. Good enough. All right, it's 100 degrees. It's 2 days later. Everything's back together, aside from I need to put coolant in it and put the fan on. But we're gonna try and test start it. Hopefully it fires up and hopefully it runs better. But I guess we'll see.
Fuel pump's on.
Fuel pump. All right, let's try it again. Belt.
Oh, you didn't tighten them down?
No. Tell you what, it's idling on its own. It's running, it's idling on its own. I'm gonna shut it off to make sure that it's not blown up or something. It's making some sounds. I'll start it for you guys. Let's see what happens. I'm pretty sure it's knocking, so it might be the end of the M20, but let's take a gander. So it starts right up, which is great, but you can hear the clicking. It's terrifying. That definitely felt like something hit. I think it's done. I think that's gonna be it for the Turbo M20 build. It's making some bad knocks. Dude, I should have just fucking LS swapped it. I would have been into this build for the same money. Went through fucking like 4 heads, 2 turbo. And this rocker right here was so dry, it looked like it was just out of like the machine shop. When I was driving it home, all of a sudden my turbo seized up in one spin and was causing the car to... I think I blew it up. I think I broke a valve. What's going on, guys? In this video, I'm gonna take off the 885 head and rebuild it and put it back on, and hopefully there's no broken engine pieces in my cylinder.
It fucking nicked a piston, bent the piston, snapped off the rocker retainer, and then your poor fucking rocker was like, ah, boy.
Show the people the belt.
I know, right?
My god, dude, that one is twirly dirly. Look at that. They're all warped. Fuck. It's almost like I put it together when I didn't really think about anything.
Who makes haddock and buffalo wings?
Gross.
It's a hell of a dip.
What do you do? If that leaked on you as much as it did on me, you would do whatever it took to put that bitch on.
You just started putting RTV with a oil and created its own natural seal.
Go on.
That looks like water.
Probably is. Could that be the issue? Nick, what the fuck? Why is there so much water? Oh, you dick. Never mind. I'm an idiot. We're all dumb.
I'm retarded.
Can you please not let him take it out?
Who makes haddock and buffalo wings?